I actually like this thumbnail.
Yeah? Oh, wow. That tells me what you think about the other ones, Manny.
Well, I know for a fact we ain't in this one.
We're in this one.
Where?
Ah, see, you always ask where, and I always go, Manny, it's always an obvious spot, but you miss it.
No.
I just want to
There's
say,
no
look to the
tattoo. There's
lights.
no.
Look to the lights.
See your head.
Okay. You're one too. You're by Stephanie on the right side of the North American title. A little bright glow right there.
Oh, okay. Okay. That is ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous.
I knew you were going to
Welcome,
say I
everyone.
don't see it. So I was like, this is one of the best hiding spots ever. Where the lights?
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, one of the lights and the racially ambiguous Lord Manny, and he is
The currently unemployed, maybe employed Marcus the Grand Finale, depending on what's going on in Limbo.
leader of the Yeah Boo Nation.
Yeah. Well, guys, if you're tuned into the show, I believe we're doing it here. Later in the show, we're going to try to see if you guys are into the show by going blow for blow, punch for punch. I don't know. I may go forearm, Manny. I may go, one of those snug Ishii kind of moves. I think you'll go rock punches.
Yeah, but Ishii. Yeah, but why? Why would you assume that role? That means you're going to be looking up at the lights.
No, not in the middle of the match.
Yeah, but at the end,
at the end, shit. Me and my
it's
lost
nap
another
time
quarter
for
of my
me.
lost another quarter of my neck.
As John Cena would say, knock your ass out for the 3-second tan.
Ah,
I don't actually have any news for this show. Do you have any news for this show?
no, and the only news I really do have is I'm holding back for Saturday show. But we can't report that after AEW Revolution, Tony Khan did not know who was available due to
Yeah, this is why the show was like
who was cleared. Yeah, who was cleared to wrestle. So this is why you get
banged up.
Yeah, this is why you get the show you got. This was the off day. This was the off day. But let me tell you who wasn't off. Brian Cage. He was there to take that loss one more week. All the time. He's worse than Ishii. I think he's the new level. I've never seen Brian Cage win on Dynamite. I'm sure he did 5 years ago or something.
He doesn't want to win, that's why.
Yeah. He finds teams to lose with. He has a tag partner, but found new tag partners to lose with this week. And I know I'm jumping ahead. We're not in Dynamite yet, but this needs to be addressed. There needs to be an intervention with Brian Cage. Have some respect, man. Have some respect.
Oh, I do have some news actually.
Ooh.
So what was originally thought was Julia dropped the title because she was going to take some time off because she's injured.
Mm-hmm.
So according to Cultaholic, who report on other people's news, Julia isn't dealing with an injury issue. It has been reported. The former Stardom star dropped the NXT Women's Championship to Stephanie Vaquer at NXT Road in their title versus title match. Julia was defeated following 3 SSB backbreakers from Vaquer after 11 minutes. The loss, it was reported heading into the match that Julia was dealing with an injury issue and she would need to take time off. Brian Alvarez has added on the Wrestling Observer Live that Julia was booked to lose the NXT Women's Championship because she is also dealing with a minor visa issue. So, in quotes, Julia, there are 2 things going on. There is some minor, I was told, visa issue, and there is also an injury, which is listed internally as undisclosed, Alvarez said.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you got to trust the Cultaholic via Brian Alvarez.
Yeah.
Got to trust those dirt sheets. It's also a Meltzer camp.
Not that you would notice, but like, what's her name? I met her. What is her name for AEW? Jamie Hayter.
Jamie Hayter
is also off TV for another sorting out her visa issue, but not that you would notice because they've moved on to Megan Bain.
Yeah. This is well established. Megan is my favorite now after this week's Dynamite. Like this is my favorite. Don't worry about anybody else. Just worry about her and then whoever Mercedes is wrestling at the time. But okay, that explains the match between her and Vaquer, pretty much. It could be an injury because the match was only like 12 minutes or whatever.
Yeah,
it was.
It was too short, but
go ahead.
No, that was it. It was too short for it to be anything other than good. It was a good match, but like if given time, they could have done something really special.
Yeah,
like told a story.
Yeah, like they it was a moment when it ended when I was like, I guess that's it. But it seemed like it very rushed. Like I assumed that it was short because of Julia's quote unquote injuries, but could be a mix of all of this. She could be a little injured, banged up. But yeah, they went 10 minutes, or they could have just ran out of time on the show because this was a stacked NXT show. And do you want to start with NXT instead of Dynamite?
Yeah, I don't want to do.
Dynamite wasn't that newsworthy at all.
Dynamite was it wasn't a letdown. You kind of knew it based off everything that happened at Revolution. I was like, there's no one that's going to be on the show that is like 100%.
No, they were all banged up. They all took the night off, and Tony scrapped together what he could to make a complete, coherent show. Like there was nothing horrible about this show. It's just there was a lot of people on this show that I was like, who, what? I don't care.
No, I have some problems with the direction they're going, but we'll talk about that when we do the show. When we do talk about Dynamite. But let's talk about NXT. NXT kicked off with the TNA Tag Team Title match between the Hardy Boys and Fraxium, or the Hard Boys if you're Santino. The Hard Boys.
The Hard Boys. The Hardly Boys.
Yeah. I mean, this match kicked off the show in a fun way. Like they did the hits as you expect Hardys to do. You don't expect them to do anything more. Axiom accidentally dropkicked Nathan Frazier and got taken out himself, leaving Frazier to fall to the Swanton Bomb, and the Hardys retain.
That's one hell of a miscue. Like I was like, damn, he knocked him out.
Yes, but it wasn't the Zoe Stark dropkick to Dakota Kai that took Dakota Kai out for like a month.
Yeah, or any of Saray's kicks when she would drop kick you on the rope, so you just go right through your soul. Just impale you. She's like Bison when she did that.
Yeah, it's disgusting the way she did it, and she's still doing it.
Yeah, she's still doing it. She's still out there killing people. It needs to be stopped. Can we get stop signs when she does that? Just have the crowd hold it up. Be like, just stop.
Stop, you're murdering him.
He's already dead. Stop. Stop. No, I thought this was the best the Hardys have looked in a while. Like, I don't know. Maybe they were inspired because of sellouts.
It doesn't take much to look good against her.
I'm already aware of Eric comments that are going to come up and say they look better than the Boys City Machine Guns. I already see it coming.
But they do.
I already see it coming. They don't. They don't. In the ring wise, no. But youth wise, they look about the same age. But I thought it was really good. I thought like this was a really fired up opening. The crowd is already hot. The venue, the Madison Square Garden Theater, was a really nice venue. You could tell it was, I guess, sold out. The crowd was into everything. It seemed like.
Yeah, it looked really good.
Yeah.
It looked really good. Where are we?
That's what I like about what NXT and AEW are doing in these small arenas. These arenas look better. They just look better. Yeah. I feel like they look better smaller.
Well, I like that NXT are actually venturing out. Like they're not always stuck at the Performance Center or the CWC or whatever they call it.
Is it still called the Capital Wrestling Center, or is that went out with the rest of the McMahons?
I'm not sure.
Got it. I think it's just the Performance Center again.
Oh, is it? Jada Parker tells guest coach Mickie James that she's got next when it comes to the winner of tonight's main event. And Mickie James was just straight up like, I know no one messes with Jada Parker.
Yeah. She started code switching. Got her southern twang more in there. She's like, I'm talking to
the hardcore country came out. That's what happened.
Yeah. Ain't nobody mess with no Miss Parker, cuz. That's not what she said. But it did feel like that.
If she did, I'm telling you now, the segment we've got multiple stars. I don't even care.
Yeah, I felt like she started acting like, what's her name? Dean. You know her, the cooking lady? Do you know the cooking lady? Fuck.
What cooking lady?
God damn it. She got canceled for saying the N-word. Paula Dean. Do you know who Paula Dean is? That's what I felt like Mickie James was in this segment.
Was that the former Laker dancer?
No, that's Paula Abdul. Yeah, Paula Dean.
In the back, also the family bicker about their recent struggles. Stack seems to have taken the lead and sets up a six-person tag next week and left Tony D out of the match.
Yeah, well, because of your back. My back is fine. No, because of your back, and it's our fault. It's my fault. I hurt your back. You didn't do shit. How good a match me, Chris Lucifino and Rizzo. An intergender 6-person tag, which Manny is thrilled about.
Oh, I hate him. I hate him.
I always like when it's intergender. At least Rizzo gets some reps. I feel like she doesn't get any time in the ring.
She doesn't get no reps.
No.
And the other one fell off a bit as well. Izzy Dame fell off. She used to have loads. She was used to having like the matches for the sake of matches on the show, and now she just fell off.
No, well, she's still with the Spears Company, and I don't know what they call themselves. It's called the Spears Company. Oh, she shows up with them a lot. So
they've got a new name. It begins with C. I can't remember what it is now.
The Cunts, the Cucks.
It should be
the Cucks. I only can think of bad words. I'm sorry.
Jordan Grace takes on Roxanne Perez.
Here come the cuckolds. This is the LFG. We created factions. We created the cuckolds, man. We come out our little chair.
And we just watch the match. We don't know.
We just watch matches.
Jordan Grace wins with the Juggernaut driver, proving that wearing yellow and blue is not definite that you're going to lose.
Yeah.
No, green and blue.
Green and blue. Yeah, Jordan Grace has broke the streak among the entire. Oh, you know what I'm tired of doing on NXT?
What?
It's the switch from the video game to the live action as if it's that real, and they go like, "Oh wow, look at that!"
They did that
for this match.
That has to end in about a month. It has to.
They did it for Kalani last week, and then they did it for Roxanne this week, and I'm. Who did they do it for Raw? Did I miss someone?
I don't know who they did it for Raw, but they did it for LA Knight last week on SmackDown.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they've been doing it, and I need to stop because I just go like, not impressed. Not impressed at all.
Not impressed. Grace was the Juggernaut driver, which I did not know that was the name of the move.
I think they just called it that. I think they just turned it to that. I don't think that's been the name.
I didn't like it.
Oh, what do you mean? It's just a pump handle slam with an extra little spin to the.
Yeah, I don't like the name. Call it something else.
What you gonna call it? The Grace, the Fall from Grace? Fall from Grace?
No, that's what Obafemi's move is called.
Oh, is it? No wonder it sounded familiar.
The power bomb is Obafemi. Obafemi power bomb.
It sounded familiar when I said it. I was like, Fall from Grace. Well, Oba needs to change his goddamn move there. She has Grace in her name.
I mean, his finish should be called Thy Kingdom Come.
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm sure there's some rights. I'm sure there's some copyright. They need to get us on the payroll with name moves and say, nah, that theme music ain't working, homie. But overall, I thought this was a good match. Could this be the end of Roxanne Perez on the NXT roster? I feel like it's over.
It should be. It should be. She shined in the Elimination Chamber, the Royal Rumble. It's time. They need to let go. I mean, I don't need, and I also don't need LFG on the basis of her just being there watching the show with Ava this time, watching her dumb boyfriend.
Well, Ava was scouting because she's a real general manager. It's a real important person. But yeah, I agree. Although I believe her boyfriend actually has a lot of potential. I feel like, you know what? That Bayou Boogie shit and him as a Dudley, Anyway, we can talk about LFG later after I watched it. I was like, we thought that. Let's get through this.
Well, segue. We got the Undertaker, his cameo to promote LFG.
Oh, yes.
As he stopped Obafemi, who's like, doom, 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 doom.
He was astride. Ooh, a cold chill has hit my neck as I was walking by.
Ooh.
And then all of a sudden, the ghost of Paul Bear shows up behind, go, "Oh yeah, oh Undertaker!" All that follows Undertaker at all times.
He tells Obafemi that he's been impressed and that he should go defend his yacht. Obafemi says thank you, but Marcus, me and you have alluded to what the Undertaker was supposed to tell him.
Well, what you should do is, all right, you throw a punch, he throw a punch. The crowd start going, boo, yeah.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, you got to get... Your reaction is so delayed.
Yeah.
Hurry up. Let's try it again. Let's see if we get... Oh, okay. So if you are in the chat, please enter boo and yeah at any given point.
Oh. We've got to rehearse this better.
Yeah, we got to actually time this. Jimmy's trying.
Okay. Let me
Jimmy's
tell you
trying.
something painful that just happened. The dog, Rika, just walked in, saw us doing this ridiculous stuff, and then walked right back out.
Thank you, Jimmy and Kane, for trying to get this to go. We're gonna maybe tomorrow for the watch along we're gonna have for SmackDown in Barcelona. We'll
Kane,
work on this. We'll work on this.
Kane, as it is at a regular time, you are expected to be during in the chat during this watch along on tomorrow.
So we will practice our boo yeahs
your
and chops.
attendance maybe is varied because work commitments, but we expect you there too.
So we got a couple boo, yeah, boo, and then let's go Manny,
Marcus,
and he dies. I'm down for all of those. I'm down for let's go Manny sucks chance. And you just keep me out of it like John Cena matches. Is he the only motherfucker here? Like John Cena versus The Miz. The fuck, man? I'm here.
So, we got the NXT Championship, the Titan versus Titan, Obafemi versus Moose. This match, I wasn't expecting it to, one, for them to have this much chemistry, and two, for it to be this good. I sense Moose was a little bit nervous, but...
You said Moose was nervous.
Yeah.
Why was Moose be the most nervous one of all of them?
There were some times where he was looking to set up his next move, and he was very hesitant.
What if it was Oba's fan for not being in position in the right time?
Possibly, but like there was the. Is it really a springboard if you do it off the corner? But like when he leaps in the corner,
yeah,
he was very hesitant leading into that. But like, the match was really, really good. Like I can't fault the match. The match was very entertaining.
Yeah, this is one of the best big man matches I've seen in a long time. Like a real heavyweight match where two legit heavyweights.
Legit juggernauts.
Like, and I'm not talking about your Braun Strowman versus Big Show. I don't know.
Are you annoyed that this doesn't happen during Black History Month? So we couldn't call this the Martin Luther King Classic?
I am annoyed about that. I am annoyed.
Or do you think because of the joke that we have about this, it would take it away from how good this match was?
Now, either way, I feel like that both men put a lot of effort in. They were throwing each other. The spot where God damn it. It was one of Oba's throw. I'm trying to remember exactly where he threw. But when he pressed up Moose, I was like, God damn. It was like, that's impressive.
When Moose put him through the table, I was like, that's Obafemi. Like, that's like, gigantic man.
He carried him like he was like nothing. I was like, God damn. Yeah. I was like, these two guys are strong, and I ain't fucking with either one of them now.
They need to do it again. I need a second one
they should.
in the future. Yeah.
I think they should do it at TNA and then let Moose get the win.
Yeah.
No titles on the line.
And then do a proper one.
Yeah.
Rubber match. Fatal Influence complained to Ava about Fallon Henley getting a rematch for the women's North American title. Ricky Saints interrupted to request a match with Ridge Holland, which was granted for next week. But you know, JC Jane didn't need to go. You know what? You don't belong here.
Yeah, I know. You can't be, yo, Bianca, you don't even go here. You don't belong here. And then Ethan Page came by and was with the seconded and was like, what the fuck? We don't accept your outsiders here.
We don't expect you were the first AEW defector.
Yeah.
Outside of Cody, but you were the first.
And suddenly I realized that the NXT locker room might be able to have a race problem, Eddie. Suddenly they have a race problem. Suddenly you realize, wait a minute. I don't like what's going on here, Ava. I don't like what's going on.
I don't know what you're running over here, Ava, but I don't like it.
I don't like it.
The New York street fight between Ethan Page versus Javon Evans. I think the wrong person won this based on offense. Oh. I don't think Javon should have won this based on offense, strictly.
Based on offense, I think Javon had to win just to, to end this.
Yeah.
It has to end, Manny. The good guy has to overcome.
But I just feel like Ethan Page had the more devastating things done to Javon Evans than vice versa.
The finish with the I don't know what he calls his RKO. The RKO through the chair kind of.
I think
deal.
It's the OG car.
Yeah. You know what? That goes with that. They go with the OG car through the chair. I feel like that was more devastating than anything Page did to Javon. Even though
I think Page got him. But then Timu Retribution showed up and did the toss powerbomb on Evans.
Yeah. They need a leader. I was looking at all four of them going I thought somebody was going to come out and be like, I'm leading this, guys. I knew it wasn't Miro because apparently in the news story, him and Lana are back together.
Yep.
But I thought this was another good match. Again, this whole show was very pay-per-view worthy.
Yeah.
2-hour pay-per-view.
Sean Spears' group had a segment where they talked about purging the week. They're known as the Chilling. The Chilling?
The Chilies?
The Chilling.
Chilies?
Chilling.
I know you said chilling, but I want to say Chili's. Home of the baby back ribs. With barbecue sauce.
I love my baby back.
And just like any Chili's, or the last Chili's I went to, we will leave mashed potatoes on the seat and walk out.
How dare you waste good mash?
It wasn't good mash, Manny. It was terrible service.
It's the culling, Kane. It's the culling. It's not the chilling. It's the culling. Whoever wrote these notes is a fool. And I say that because I didn't write them this week. I stole them.
They're a couple of C's away from the cuck.
The cucking.
Get our chairs, man. Get your chair ready.
Get your chairs ready.
But okay, I missed the part where they said their name, or I just wasn't paying attention. I think I do ignore Sean Spears on a daily basis. So,
on a daily basis, how often does he try to contact you?
Daily.
Stop ringing my phone.
Yeah, can you stop ringing me and talking this nonsense? I don't want to join. Fuck you. Never call me again. Keeps calling me with a block number.
Eddie Thorpe got interviewed in the crowd and badmouthed Trick Williams, who showed up behind him and whooped that trick.
Yeah. Eddie deserved his ass whooping. He always deserves his ass whooping, to be honest.
Yeah. Then we get the title for title match between Julia and Stephanie Vaquer. And we've kind of mentioned already, it just felt rushed. And for the reasons that were explained at the top of the show, visa issues and potential injury. Because I feel like they could have really built to this story because they were building, in a sense, like small, like we're friends. We've got eyes for gold and better things ahead of us. But I don't know the plans for either title that Stephanie has now. Is it going to be a case of like when Keith Lee won both, that they forfeit one of them? I'm assuming the North American title and then let.
I thought Keith Lee just lost it. I don't think he forfeited.
I think he forfeited it.
I thought he lost it.
I think I remember him forfeiting the North American title because he won both.
You could be right. You could be right either way. I think they're going to go around have this to fit it separately.
Yeah,
because Fallon's going to want hers, or they're going to do like a ladder match and you pull down one or some shit.
I would prefer that over a tournament to become the number one contender or vacate the title. I would prefer.
Well, we already have a number one contender for the world title. Jordan Grace and Roxanne's for the number one contendership.
I thought Jada said she got next.
I thought that was North America. I don't know what Jada has next at, but she ain't got next. I believe Stan delivered the main event is set already. It's Jordan Grace versus Stephanie.
Jordan Grace should not win that match.
I don't think she should, but she might. They may send Stephanie up to the main roster. They may be like, you know what are you doing down here? It's going to make some money. It's going to make some money on that main roster. Because, her in NXT is a choice, as she says. She was like, oh, I need to learn English.
Because she wants to improve her English before she goes up there.
She's like, I ain't Andrade. So
I want to win the ESL trophy.
She's going for the gold.
The ESL trophy, she definitely wants more because I can tell. I can sense it. I know it.
Yep. We're gonna have that. We're gonna have that belt ready for. We're gonna have that belt ready for. Right next to the 24 kilobytes of PNG, whatever the title we had was called. That was passed around.
I mean, Wes held it the longest, I believe.
To this day, I think he may have still got it.
Should we bring that back? Without the promos, because the promos were the longest thing about that.
Yeah. We should just bring it back. Well, I don't know. Yeah.
But I do have something to show you, Marcus.
Oh, okay.
How do I load it up? I should just present it. Video file. It's Booker T enjoying himself a little too much.
Oh, is this the Stephanie bounce?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how Charbel takes that face serious with it.
Just don't get caught in 4K, Booker. Just don't get caught in 4K.
Don't get caught. But the crowd in the match started chanting Booker T in the middle of that, which I believe Stephanie and Julie are both confused by the chant. Like, oh, what? Why?
And I suppose we better talk about AEW Dynamite.
Light the fuse. Here's the muse. Dynamite.
I mean, this Dynamite was clearly thrown in water, Marcus, and it was like watered down.
This Dynamite came in tired. This Dynamite came in with an extra shot of coffee and baggy eyes. Talk about, what a rough night last night. This came in beat up, limping across the finish line.
So
Goddamn, Dynamite.
Dynamite opened with a promo from Kenny Omega. He wants to make the AEW International title a championship where the best compete for it. Isn't that what's supposed to happen?
Yeah, Manny, don't worry about it. Don't worry about his logic problems. My question is to go at him. They're calling him a Grand Slam champion, which I consider a Grand Slam not having 4 titles. I consider you had to have all the titles. He's never been TNT champion or Continental champion, so.
And he's never held the trios titles.
No, he's been trios champion.
Has he?
Yeah.
Has he?
Yeah.
When?
It was when he was teamed with, was it the Bucks?
Oh, maybe.
Was it with the Bucks? It could have been the Bucks and Hangman or some kind of combination of that.
Okay.
But he did have that one. I know that because Excalibur rolled it off of him, and I was like, wait, that's only 4. He ain't never had the other ones, but he's calling himself the first ever Grand Slam champion. But that just means they got to get rid of all those other belts. Danny Garcia, he coming for you. Okada.
Danny Garcia, I can't believe you still have that title. You have done nothing with that title.
He is by far. And every time we get a new TNT champion, I go, they're the worst one. It's been a long time because I can't remember who he beat, but they were the worst before him. Was it Hook? No, it was Jack Perry.
It could have been. I can't remember either.
What happened to Jack Perry?
He fell off like everyone else does.
Young Bucks and Jack Perry was just like, we ain't coming back. They could have used you guys this week. They could have really used you guys.
The Ops defeated Vinny Pacifico, Eli Thesaurus.
They got names.
And Gabriel Arrows.
Close enough, Manny. I think that man's not gonna keep that name. You're not gonna regret going like 10 years from now. Damn, I really messed up Gabriel and Arrow's name. So think that I'll beat them because they're not lacking, Manny. They're not lacking at all.
Much was trash, and you know it.
So I won't call it trash because it was what it was. It was a squash match. It was a squash match. At the end of the day, it was a squash match.
But you know when Shibata hit him with that, whatever he hit him with, I was like, that's the finish? Okay.
No, the penalty kick, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, man, they were jobbers. They can hit it any time. I would love for I think wrestlers should make it conscious that they only hit their secondary moves on jobbers. Like if you're Ospreay, you only win, if you're in a squash match, you're only winning with the Os Cutter or the Stouts Clash or something like that, or the 7 million moves he has. You don't have to break out the Tiger Driver number 1964 or whatever it's called when you drop him on the head. Or the Stormbreaker.
Has a backstage promo. He negates that he lost last week because he called the referee corrupt. Tells Shibata that he's giving him the opportunity not to show up as the international title will look good around his waist. Aha!
He's fighting somebody on. Is it Shibata on Collision?
Yeah,
that should be a really good match on Collision. And Manny, I have thought about it. I'm telling you, I've told you on the meeting. Thought about it. You know, I got a lot of free time. Maybe I take a little vacation to Vegas and go watch Collision for like $19.
It costs more to go there.
It would, but in Vegas, why not? Just go there on a nice business trip to go be a Collider one more time.
Backstage, there's a backstage interaction between Swerve and Cope. Potential match between them at Dynasty. I'm giving them a strike.
They didn't even do nothing. What did they do other than exist? What did they do? Come on, justify the strike. I can't give anything on the show a strike because I feel like they played with the injured roster.
No, the strike is not for them. Well, maybe Cope. The strike is for AEW and mostly Tony Khan. How dare they double down on a match that nobody wanted to see in the first place? Mox and Cope. They're doing the rematch. No one cared about that match.
Well, you know what? In Tony Khan's defense, no one wanted to see them have a regular wrestling match, Manny. This is a street fight.
Yeah,
now you get gadgets. Now you get gadgets and tricks and toys.
It's on Dynamite. First, you had to pay to watch that for something you didn't want to watch on Revolution.
Again, I can't believe. I think if I'm in charge of the AEW DVD or streaming or re-editing, I'm re-editing that show. That's going in the Tony Storm spot, and Tony Storm is ending that show. And that's the way history's going to play it out. It's all times.
John Moxley's promo on Cope, basically, he said he doesn't make the same mistake twice, which means he's losing that title. And we're getting Swerve and Cope for Dynasty.
You think it's Swerve and Cope?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You think Moxley's going to hold on to this?
I think Mox is holding on.
I don't.
I don't even feel, at this point, I don't feel Swerve is going to even beat Mox either. I think they're just waiting for Darby Allin to come back. They're going to keep it going. The goal is to go all the way back to Darby. Whenever he's done doing whatever the hell he's doing, the company can really use you now, Darby.
Well, I need some explanation for this match.
No. Okay, I will. I'm going to create a storyline for you. Go ahead. I already know what match it is.
So, Will Hobbs and Hologram defeated Brian Cage and Dralistico. Brian Cage already has a tag team partner, Lance Archer. Yet he's tagging with Dralistico. Make it make sense.
Was it a 6-man or am I tripping?
No, it was a tag team match. Just a regular.
It's just a regular tag team? Oh. I don't know why I thought it was 6-man. Anyway. So Brian Cage is in it, so you know he lost. So Brian Cage, this is the storyline I have going into it. I just made up 10 seconds ago. Brian Cage was in the back, and he was talking to the Murder Hawk monster, and he was saying, "Man, we're having a string of bad luck. Is it me? Is it my fault we're losing? Because I'm sorry, Lance Archer. I lose all the time. I need to know the reason we're losing if it's my fault. Okay? Yes, I'm growing a beard because, I am. But I need to know it's my fault. So I'm going to team with Jalistico tonight. Because if we lose, I know it's my fault. But if we win, because I'm teaming with Jalistico, who never wins as well, I know it's your fault. So, spots happen.
These are the type of people that have a reserved spot at the pay window for losing.
Like the pay window is always closed for them. Sorry, Brian, we don't have a check for you today. Why? We already know you lost.
No, they just reuse the envelope he has every time. Here's your loser money. Take the money. We're saving money on envelopes.
When Brian Cage goes to the pay window, there's coins that come out the little coin machine. Oh, goddamn. Oh. So this happens, and, Hobbs wins with hologram.
Do you think there's like a lady there? Or like just a guy that's like, you get a one-time, man. You get a one-time.
Yeah, no. So my pay window person is the, what's the old lady from Monsters, Inc.? Ah, come on. This lady. I imagine her being in charge of the pay window.
No, mine is the lady that answers the phones with the Ghostbusters.
Take your money, Brian. Yeah, just take your money, Brian. You ain't got nothing. You know you didn't win. Take your quarters and go. Both acceptable. Both can be. I'll see the third window from Zootopia, the sloth. I'll put the sloth in there.
Okay, in the chat. If you're actually awake, the loser's window. Who's at the window for you? Like what person from like either fiction or like real life?
I like that. I like to have Finch from Harry Potter. Just here. You made it to the window, huh?
Do you know what the Hurt Syndicate promo was about backstage? Because I don't.
They're gonna get MVP is getting them the night off and vacation for doing so well, and then they were like, "But we're still going to the gym." That was it.
Rubbish.
Oh, he's with the sloth as well. That's the borderline hell, basically, dealing with shit. Just slowly passing that check. Thank you.
Tony Storm cut a promo saying Tony says with glass in her ass, this tramp is still the champ. Storm says it's time for a new beginning. Tony said, "You will never hear her meow because she is no pussy."
She ain't no pussy. Hell yeah.
Put your keys in the bowl and let's start this orgy. Or let's get this orgy started, she said. It'll be messy and sweaty, but it'll be timeless. And then Megan Bain attacks Tony Storm. Megan Bain does not deserve a title shot this early.
No, and I'm going to say this. Tony Storm is my MVP of the show, by far. I enjoyed the hell of this promo. I don't know why. I thought it was dead serious. And then Megan Bain attacked. I was like, okay, I can't wait to see her lose to Tony Storm. And then we're done with this Megan Bain saga. It's over. You took Camille's spot.
Well, Camille's not being spoken to.
It's ghosted. For the love of God, AEW, can I go 1 week without incident in that women's locker room now? The women's locker room is in shambles. That's all I feel.
So there's an international title eliminator tournament. I don't know why the Beast Mortis is the only one that doesn't know who he was facing because he had a wild card, and that wild card was Speedball Mike Bailey.
You know what? if I'm the Beast Mortos, and this was my wild card, this is no disrespect to Mike Bailey, I'm going, is this what you were hiding from me? Seriously? I'll dog walk his ass. Although the Beast Mortos does not speak English, you can tell he was thinking it the entire match.
I don't like Mike Bailey.
I like Mike Bailey, but I don't think I can do a lot with Mike Bailey. Like I've seen him as X Division champion. I've seen him as champ, but he falls in the same category to me as Josh Alexander. They can work in the ring. They can work.
They ain't got no personality.
But I can't do much with. I can't do nothing with a lot like any of the storylines or anything.
Okay, so
that's why I'm disappointed the Beast Mortos didn't win. When the Beast Mortos press slammed him and threw his ass into the ring, I was like, "Get him, Mortos!" I was cheering so hard.
I liked when Mortos slapped him. I was like, ooh, yeah. I was like, you deserve that.
Hold on. My favorite slap of the week, though, goes to Jordan Gray slapping Roxanne Perez as Roxanne was trying to get out of one of her moves. I think it was the Juggernaut Slam or whatever it's called. And she just goes, Roxanne's like, oh, shit. To me, that was the funniest slap because it was so nice.
Well, let me give you 3 reasons why I don't like Mike Bailey.
Can I guess them?
Go on.
No shoes for one.
Yeah, the only person that fights with no shoes in my world is Charlotte Flair.
You don't even care about Riddle. Or that time Miro or Solo was wrestling with no shoes.
No.
That was back when they were hot. That was back when Miro was hot when he had no shoes on.
No, but he was even hotter when he was God's favorite champion.
Oh, yeah.
Go on, that was one.
I'm gonna say you don't like his smile, and I mean his mouth guard and all that. You don't like you don't like the way it looks. Damn.
No, if we're going looks, I don't like his mullet.
Oh.
No man, you should never trust a man with a mullet in 2025.
Dominic Mysterio, I trust him.
He's not trustworthy. He's dirty Dom for a reason.
If you give him chicken nuggets, man, he'll be okay.
Go on, guess the last reason, because you ain't getting the last reason.
Canadian? I don't know.
No. They announced him as, I don't know, some guy that does taekwondo. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a form of martial art. And
yeah?
I'm saying, one, he's not better. He ain't no better than Steve Blackman. One.
What the fuck, man? You can't compare people to Steve Blackman. Not in this day and age.
And
you don't make men like that no more.
And 2, if this man isn't on your top 50 list of BET's black wrestlers, Marcus, he ain't better than Ernest the Cat Miller. I'm just saying. The original cat. The original cat.
Somebody called him Muhammad.
Yeah, exactly. He's a three-time karate champion.
Well, man, Ernest the Cat Miller does not make my top 15 black wrestlers of all time.
That's outrageous. That is outrageous.
Like I think he's somewhere in the battle trying to get in, maybe behind New Jack or somebody. Or they're gangsters or something.
How dare you? How dare you?
Ernest the Cat Miller is entertaining, but I would never pay to see Ernest the Cat Miller do anything.
I would, and I'd pay Norman Smiley.
Big Wiggle. Big Wiggle's underrated, people. It's the best dancer in history of wrestling. Him and Alex Wright. They were existed at the same time, people. At the same time. And Disco Inferno.
Fuck Disco Inferno, though.
That one felt like you meant it.
Just Stevie Richards was talking. Stevie Richards was doing this show about how Tiffany Stratton should never dive to the outside anymore because people never catch her.
That's true.
And he was like, unless you only do that when you've got enough people to catch people. And he was like, but back in his day, there'd normally be a group of people, but the only person that would never catch you would be Disco Inferno. Disco Inferno would see that was enough people there and just move away.
So, Manny, I'm going to ask you, are you one of those guys that would catch somebody? Would you be, or be like, no, we need a group to try to do this. I'm not.
I mean, I'm big enough to pushing someone's fall.
I am too, but I think I would try to be like, you know what? I don't want to take this. you know, maybe you don't have to dive to the outside of us. Maybe I move. But Stratton does. But I feel like she misses all the time. Charlotte missed all. Charlotte missed all the time too, but she just lands on her feet all the time.
Yeah, but so does what Stevie Richards said is it's easier to land on your feet on the outside than it is to do on the inside of the ring.
Is that because it's further down, or I don't know what physics
I think it's the jolt of the ring or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, man. Watch the Stevie Richards podcast. He says a lot of
things. He says a lot of things. Yeah, you criticize me for going to Stevie Richards. Now you're going to him.
He's got interesting topics that come up. Him and that British guy that does the show with him.
Yeah. But I enjoy Stevie's show. It's a good breakdown. Not is he take over your boy Dutch?
I mean, I ain't listened to Dutch in a very long time. So where are we? Renee Young interviews Christian Cage. He refuses to answer any questions.
When has she been Renee Young?
Renee Paquette.
She hasn't been Renee Young in probably 10 years.
Again, didn't write these notes.
Okay.
Interviews Christian Cage. He refuses to answer the questions because she's related to Mox. Cage demands his contract get returned to him. Nick Wayne says, "Stop making excuses."
If you listen to me, you would have been champion by now.
And requests an apology for not sticking to the plan. Cage and Wayne get into a heated discussion where Cage insults his deceased father. Yeah, well, what has your dad achieved? Nothing.
Nothing. By the way, what kind of woman is Mama Wayne just allowing this? Just allowing this?
Well, he brushed her aside like Christian is some abuser.
So they're going to turn Nick Wayne, and reports have it that they just wanted to get that contract out of the way. They didn't want Christian to be champion. Why did they even come up with this? No one thought it was a good idea when they gave it to him.
They could have had someone challenge him for it. They could have and just put it away. And
the older situation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. MJF cuts a promo. He says things with him and Hangman isn't over by a long shot. MVP comes out. They hug. MVP tells the backstory of him and MJF. MVP says the boys don't fear or respect Max. But they do fear the Hurt Syndicate. I don't think they do. MVP tries to recruit MJF. MJF rejects it with all due respect. MVP still convinces MJF to take his card.
He ain't joining them.
What was the point in this?
One, spill TV time. And two, maybe there's a story somewhere that MJF feuds with the Hurt Business and made me a tag team partner and goes back with Adam Cole and they go after the tag team titles one more time.
If anything, Marcus, Bobby Lashley, even in his aging state, can crush MJF like a bug.
Oh yeah, and I imagine Adam Cole looks like a chicken wing. No race intended. Honestly, didn't mean that.
Chicken wing's too nice. Adam Cole looks like a chicken tender.
Ooh.
you know.
He looks like a chicken tender that you get ripped off on. You go, this ain't one. This ain't one. This isn't big enough to be one.
And like a really undercooked one. But like an undercooked chicken tender that's slightly burnt on one side as well, to like his face, where that's the mostly tan part.
You dip it in the sauce, no matter what you do, it ain't working. No matter what sauce you got, it's still some dry ass chicken under there.
But MJF looked like he had barbecue sauce on his face.
MJF was burnt. Shit, I thought he was the fifth member of the fourth member of the Hurt Business. Damn, he was black. Him and Braun Breaker need to go get help.
Marcus, skin cancers are coming for them, so don't worry about it.
Like, God damn.
Konosuke Takeshita defeats Max Caster in his open challenge. Why does he keep doing this?
I don't know, but I enjoy contestants going out to whoop his ass, though. Contestant came out with purpose. Contestant came out with purpose. I'm going to kill somebody today. And then when he picked his head up, because I enjoy that in every match, every squash match where they lift the head up or the shoulders up for them, I can't be mad at this segment. I can't. I enjoy that too much. It always makes you go, ha ha ha.
You know, normally I negate his presence on the show because I have the notes. But Chris Jericho's promo on Gravity and I think was fucking funny.
Well, again, nothing from Sundays. Nothing can still beat the assassination of Gravity, who I learned was Bandito's brother.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that until this week. So I go, oh, this all makes sense now. But not really. Because if I know he's Bandito's brother, what's the point of Bandito wearing the mask now? Because I know what they both look like now. Oh, that's his brother? I just look it up. Anyway,
Isn't
Jericho was doing theater. Huh?
Isn't Dragon Lee related to them too?
I think Dragon Lee's related to Penta and Ray.
Oh, I thought he was related to
Trilistico?
No.
Mystico? Gravity?
Gravity's brother.
Hologram? Oh, Bandito?
Bandito, that was it. I thought they were related.
I don't know. It's hard to keep track. I thought the three brothers were Dragon Lee, Ray Phoenix, and Penta. But I could be wrong.
Willow Nightingale defeated Penelope Ford. Ford attacks Willow after, but Statlander comes out to make a save. And then Megan...
No, strike! Manny, give him a strike.
No, you give him a strike.
I'm giving him a strike. Penelope Ford, that was the worst chair shot I've ever seen in my life at both match. She barely touched you with... I'm like, come on, man, you can't be doing that bullshit.
There's two worst chair shots also. There's Hogan's.
Mm-hmm.
There's Hogan's ones. Where it's like,
yeah, Hogan's the all-time worst.
And then Nia Jax also did it. It's like, ta.
Well, I learned from various wrestlers that your friends you hit hard. The people who you may have beef with, you go really light on them because you don't want to start any shit. So, but then before I got heat, she was like, Willow hates me.
Little late question, JLG. Where did MJF get that terrible tan job? Look worse than Bron Breakker. So what I feel like is, do you know, they went to Cookout and they had some leftover marinade and they just put it on his face.
Yeah, he just goes into an oven and they just turn him over and over. They put the apple in his mouth.
Yeah. Rotisserie chicken.
Like, I don't know what they're doing. But people stop. Just stop with these tens. It's ridiculous. Or somehow figure out, just go blackface. If you're going to do it.
Marcus, no. No.
No, fuck it. Fuck it. You're going to go that dark.
Fuck it. No.
Fuck it.
That's absurd.
If you're going to look that ridiculous, you may as well go full Finn Balor.
Buffalo Soldier. In the heart of America. Billy Stark challenges Mercedes Moné next week for the TBS title. Just another win for Mercedes, I guess.
Yeah. So I was thinking when somebody was in the ring talking about getting all the belts on Dynamite. I forgot who it was. I think it was Tony was talking about belts. I don't know. Somebody was talking about it. I thought we were about to get a merger of the TBS title and the world title or something, but we should merge all three. Get that Ring of Honor title in there too. Winner takes all. Let's get rid of these belts.
Nothing to do in the abyss that is known as Ring of Honor.
Yeah, Manny, I want her out. She served her time. Erica Tim turned to a lifetime of her hell, and it's actually paying off with Ring of Honor.
Will Ospreay's promo. He says he's going to enter the Owen Hart Invitational and is coming for the world title. Marcus, I'm giving another strike to AEW.
I'm going to strike to Will Ospreay. And yes, you're going to point this to Will Ospreay hate, but this is a strike.
You can't just announce another tournament in the middle of another one. You just can't. You can't.
So after this tournament, what are we doing? Another tournament. Yeah, I don't want to enter this one. I'm going to enter the next one. Because that gives me the match at the Big Money Show at All In Texas.
Absurd. Actually absurd.
I want to give Will Ospreay a strike for the beginning of his promo, which was all nonsense about him and his wife and doing the Spanish fly off the top. I'm like, I don't care, mate. You would say, I don't care.
That was so unnecessary. But do you know what's just as unnecessary?
What?
Why Tony Schiavone needs to be in the ring for all of these things?
Yeah, get him out.
Because he asks one question and then he just disappears to the side.
Yeah. This was a very talk-heavy AEW. You know what? I don't blame them for a banged-up staff. They may do what they could do.
Jay White also got a backstage interview, which no one cared about.
He was talking about, did I hit Colt on purpose? Bang, bang, yeah, I didn't. I'm not stupid.
Basically, he said he's the hip hop-opotamus. His lyrics are bottomless.
Full Black Roy and talking about the tans were. Now they look more like the Arctic Fox Misty than they do Black Rain. That's how bad these tans are. Look like rats.
MJF and Hangman Page have a backstage confrontation, which was really good. That was one of the highlights of this show. I think Tony Storm's promo.
Yep.
MJF and Hangman's backstage confrontation, because that was good. But also distracting was MJF's really bad tan, because that was a close up on the face.
Yeah. Man looks like the MJF statue. That's how bronze he looked. Just
the Kobe statue.
Yeah, the Kobe statue. The Dwayne Wade statue. This looks like a bad statue. But yeah, it was a good segment. It was a good confrontation, and I'm sure we're going to run this back between them again at some point. I don't know when or why, but
all in. It has to be all in. That's the next big show. It has to be that one. Not Dynasty. It has to be all in. That's the biggest show. It's also in Texas, so Hangman, Texas Deathmatch time.
Ooh, yep, blood everywhere.
And then you get your main event, which isn't really a main event. It's maybe the main event of Rampage. Orange Cassidy defeated...
No, you know what, Manny? Just say that the main event of Rampage is a main event of AEW Dark.
To advance in the international title eliminator tournament, and then as if anyone's scared of him, Speedball Mike Bailey also comes out to be like, "Look at me,
look at me,
get out!"
Whoa! I know karate.
Steve Blackman would have broken your feet.
Stop comparing me. Steve Blackman would have broken everybody's feet. Steve Blackman would be world champion for 5 years if he was wrestling in today's arcade. That's how dangerous that man was. You just start hearing the music. Do, 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 do. Roman Reigns would be acknowledging Steve Blackman. Steve Blackman was to be so good today that they would have erased Black History Month and called it Blackman History Month and going over Steve Blackman's best matches.
You know what? There should be Steve Blackman facts like there are Chuck Norris facts. Steve Blackman is a bad dude.
You know what? For this day forward, the month of March, an executive order from the president of the Sharpshooters and co-president, Manny, you got to sign with this. The month of March is now Black Man History Month. Steve Blackman History Month. We're extending it on.
I can't sign it off. You have to do it like April or something because it's Women's Month in March.
Oh, we are. Yeah, I don't want to take that away from him.
It's got to be April or something.
Nothing's happening in April. All right, let's go with April. You know what? Easter is canceled. It's now Steve Blackman Day.
Well, Steve Blackman will return to life within 3 minutes, not 3 days.
Yeah. You would just start hearing the music. Do.
It's from the Church of Steve Blackman.
Yes, his shepherd Al Snow.
Steve Blackman facts. God invented all colors except pink. Blackman invented that. Yeah, because you can be hard with color pink.
That was Dynamite. Ending in a roll up, basically, and I'll go,
Ending in a roll up as if we were watching LFG.
Yeah. I swear we didn't have a real main event. I'm still waiting for the main event this week's Dynamite. But again, they were under duress this week. They had nothing. I can't even switch a match on the show for the main event. I guess the Beast Mortal versus Mike Bailey.
No.
But nah, that's not a main event worthy.
None of them were main events.
Yeah, but they did stack up next week's card. They have a bunch of matches set up for Collision and Dynamite tomorrow, so next week should be a more eventful show. But man, Dynamite really phoned it in this week.
Some show news. Make sure you're around tomorrow, same time, 7:00, my time, midday Eastern time, and 2 p.m. No, 3 p.m. Eastern, I think. For
noon for me.
Yeah, for the SmackDown live stream coming live from Barcelona.
Is that the picture we really want to use, Reddy?
That's the one they had on there. What? What's wrong with that?
I don't know. He just looked like I walked into the one in the bathroom. It was like, what do you want? Hey, man, I'm just seeing to see when you're going to come out. I'm just going to see when you're coming out the bathroom, all right? To see, you've been in there a while, sir. You've been in there a while.
I've never had those situations before.
A lot of pyro going on.
Pyro?
Walking there to American Nightmare.
Adrenaline in his bowels.
Man, someone get this man the Cosmic Cube. This is ridiculous.
Someone call this man a doctor.
A doctor, please.
And get me a priest.
Oh man, boo-boo jokes. But yeah, so tomorrow, live stream tomorrow. Also coming up, a few weeks away, March the 29th, Saturday to Bay,
Two-Bay Saturday is basically
yeah. But it's to Pay Day? I think it's how it was going. I don't remember how we actually started saying it. But expect us to do our toupees. Please bring your own. Take your own pictures of your own toupees and wigs. Because this is a bald podcast. Let us have hair for one day.
Well, on TikTok, I feel like we got dissed. I don't believe you have the chocolate or candy called Maltesers.
No.
But they are basically chocolate spherical balls. When you bite into them, the middle of it melts in your mouth. But they basically are chocolate balls. And they said, "Can we call your podcast the Malteser Show?" Very racist.
Sound classy though. If I didn't know what it was, the Maltesers.
Very racist.
The Maltesers. Well, as long as we're not called the Whoppers or what's the one that the Milk Dud Show. That's where I would have to fight you. Stand up for my civil rights on that one.
I'm not sure if there's a Saturday show yet because Eric has.
There is a Saturday show. Eric has confirmed.
Okay, there is a Saturday show, and then also on Monday there is no Tuesday show next week, but in its place on Monday is this.
Oh, where we all can sit down and gather around and see John Cena together.
Yeah. Where it's built. That is Cody and John Cena for the first time since Elimination Chamber.
Since he kicked them in the nuts, they're gonna meet in Brussels, Belgium. Maybe John Cena with no show to show.
No, he has to. You can't do that to Brussels.
Offering tariffs on our teasers lately. Considering our president, I don't know what else is have a tariff. I'm sure you guys aren't gonna be able to get this show. We're gonna half the show. We're gonna charge you some tariffs to be on the show.
I mean, StreamYard probably raised the prices because of it.
Yeah, I'm sure. People just, everybody's raising the price. You have nothing to do with this. I'm raising my prices.
So that is today's show. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't. There's only 5 likes on this video. What the hell, people? What the hell?
We're more than 5. We're at least 7. Give us 7. 7 likes. 7 likes in the comment.
We did have comments from Maurice actually on the last video. Yeah. First of all, he took a shot at you because you are.
Oh, what the hell? What the hell?
I mean, he was justified.
He's not.
I believe he's justified.
He's not. I don't even know the comment. He's wrong. I'm in the right.
Well, you said at Revolution, Ospreay and Fletcher should be a cage match on Dynamite. It would have made this Dynamite more interesting, but He said you would have had a fit if it wasn't on the pay-per-view. Come on, man.
Would I have had a fit? I don't know if I would have had a fit.
You would have had a fit.
I don't
And
think I would
then,
have had a fit.
and then in terms of
A fit means I'm really going off. It's ridiculous. Well, I've been like, this is pay-per-view worthy. I would have been like, yes. But would I had a fit? Nah. I think I still stand by it. If we just would have had Tony Storm and Mariah May on that show as the only bloodbath match and the only match that went to quote unquote the extreme, I've been okay with just, Kenny and what you call it. And then I could have saved Brody King and Okada for this Dynamite as well. And we would have had a better Dynamite.
And then we had that discussion about fans these days, and then we did offer that question to everyone to leave comments in the chat, but we did specify Maurice. Maurice said, I think the immediate access to information, i.e. the internet, has hurt the allure that the mystery of pro wrestling once held, and it hurt our approach to the product to the point where fans feel they are smarter than the product and have forgotten the whole reason why we watch it is for a source of escape. Too many fans tend to watch it not for that reason, but to confirm that they were right about the outcome, meaning that they are putting their ego over their enjoyment, which creates the type of fan that we have now, the fan that feels that they are part of the show. They are part of the show. The one in brackets, the ones that are fishing for attention. It's sad.
I agree. That was well put too. That was well put. I agree with that one. Yes, Bay Crowd hit. Nah. This one, right on, 100%. I do think people think they're a part of the show and if they get to write the show, this is the way it should be booked. Because everybody has a way, this should go this way. But no one ever just suspected watch the show just like, a regular show. Like, I don't get mad at, I don't know, what TV show am I watching right now? I'm not going into Daredevil and going like, this is the way it should be. The story should play out. I would do this. White Tiger, he should be doing this and doing that. They don't ever give this person this. I don't want to spoil the show. No, Kingpin isn't over enough.
The thing is, a lot of these people are like this, but then none of them have ever drawn a dime about their thoughts and opinions. So, shut up.
And we are included. We're included, even our opinions. There are opinions.
Yeah,
but we have never drew a dime in the wrestling industry.
We have never drawn a dime. But then the other thing is, I don't get mad that something didn't happen the way I wanted it to happen.
That's true. I agree. Same thing. I don't ever get mad. Like I may be upset if something feels bad. Let's say if there's a segment where I go, "This is horrible." Cherry picking off an old segment from like 3 weeks ago, the Thunder Rosa in this segment. I may get upset going, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
Upset about something like that, but I'm not gonna get mad that, Statlander should have won this one, or I like seeing the story play out most of the time. If it doesn't, if I don't like the story, then I'm going like that don't make sense. Yeah. Like if Nana would have turned on Swerve, that would have made me upset for not because he turned on Swerve, but because I feel like it was unnecessary and didn't make sense.
No, it felt like they were alluding to it though, so it kind of added to the story. So like in your mind, you go, "He's going to turn on him today," but when he didn't, it was like, okay, I want to see where this goes.
Here's the best example from Revolution. For weeks on weeks or months or whatever, I said that Christian was going to cash in on Cope, and when he did cash in. And he didn't win. I wasn't upset that Christian won the title. I just upset that it was stupid the way he tried to do it. And I feel stupid whenever someone has the money in the bank and try to make it a triple threat match. It's stupid. It's stupid.
So, Pro Wrestling Eve, there was a triple threat match because Nina Samuels had both titles for Eve. She had the Eve Championship. And then she had the Eve International Championship. Okay. So what the match was basically booked was the first fall was for the Eve Women's Championship, and then but then the winner of that fall is no longer in the match. They become the Eve champion, and then they're out of the match, and then it becomes a singles match between the other two. And then everyone's kind of working out how's Nina going to get her way out of this and stuff like that. and then the finish, because Nina won the first 4, was one of the finishes that I've never seen before in my life. So so Will Ospreay's wife had Nina in a sharpshooter, but Sky Smithson had already been knocked out. She's laying on the ground. Nina Samuels crawls over in the sharpshooter, pins Sky Smithson.
Oh, one of those.
Just by being in the sharpshooter. I was like, I haven't seen that in ages or ever.
Yeah, that's a good finish.
Yeah, and then she gets out being the women thing, and then the following match of the international women's title happened. But the finish for that was like, okay, I didn't think of that. That's actually really smart.
No way. I like when they actually think out the finishes instead of the cheap. Someone's on a ramp, they got distracted and hit with chair. It's mostly the WWE finish.
I'm telling you, Will Ospreay is actually doing some great job with Dan Reed on producing Eve. They're doing some incredible actual matches and having meaning behind a lot of these matches. There's not just like matches for matches' sake, like AEW Dynamite was this week.
So what you're saying is Will Ospreay should take over the head booker of Dynamite?
Yeah, he should. He should. I reckon we have a more coherent show a lot of the time.
You might. But my fear is, there's so many moves. Everybody's doing them now. Everybody. And then we will.
So that is today's show. I've been the leader, the failure of the Yeah Boo movement, the racially ambiguous Lord Manny Hayes.
And I've been the leader of the new Steve Blackman History Month. See what happens. To all the Black Steves out there, we're gonna
It's Black Steve Month.
It's Black Steve Month.
So like the video, subscribe if you haven't. We will be back tomorrow with SmackDown live from Barcelona.
Wow, you sounded just like Dusty Rhodes when you said that. That was a heavy lips. Barcelona. Manny, I think you should get a new job. I feel like, I'm near Hollywood. Maybe this is what I do. I'm going to be poking out American Dream Dusty Rhodes on the Hollywood Sunset Strip and see if I can make tips off of that.
I want to be Dusty Rhodes when he had the fancy gear on.
With the robes and the fur coats and shit.
And the sunglasses.
Yeah.
I want to be that Dusty.
I want to have a Dusty Rhodes party in which you don't know if we're riding and dining with kings and queens or we're eating fucking pork and beans. Oh, it's the hard times party. Hard times party. We only got pork and beans, man.
So like the video, subscribe if you haven't. We'll be back tomorrow. Peace. Hold on. There. We're still live.
Oh, we're still live? I thought we were done. I was about to say a bunch of stuff.